Hey guys, Cindy here, do Dare to Be Different. Today I'm going to do in the hoop napkin holder cover. This one right here is done in vinyl, but today I'm going to show you I do it in felt. I have my medium cutaway hooped. I like using cutaway for these kind of things. It helps give a little bit of support. So I have all my materials pre-cut, and let's get started. Okay, it's did the placement stitch. Now I'm going to cover it with some felt and tack it down. Okay, it's tacked it down. Now it's going to do the placement stitch for the red background. And by the way, you do not trim the first tack down. Okay, it's did the placement stitch for my background, my red background. So I'm going to cover it up and then tack that down. Okay, it's tacked it down. Now this one we are going to trim. Okay, I've trimmed it. Now we'll do the next step, which will be the red satin stitch. Okay, it's did the red satin stitch. Now it did the placement stitch for the top of the flag there, and I'm going to cover it with my blue and tack it down. Okay, it's tacked it down. Now I'm going to trim it. Then it's going to go on and go ahead and do the white stars and then the placement and tack down in the satin of the white stripes here. I did this for the single needles so they don't have to change the thread from blue to white to white to blue, so they can just use their white all the way up until you need to do the blue. Oh well. Okay, it did the stars and then it did the placement for the flag stripes. So now we're going to cover it and tack them down. Okay, it's tacked them down and there's two rectangles. Now the directions show one piece of material covering it. That was so you didn't have to try to hold two in place. Just make sure you cut out both of them. Trim both of them. Okay, I've trimmed my stripes and now it'll do the satin stitch. Once it does the white satin around these, it'll go back up and do the blue satin around the top. Okay, it's did all the satins, the blue, the white, and it's did the placement for the eagle's belly, and I'm going to cover it with my felt and tack it down. Okay, it's tacked it down. Now I'm going to trim the body. Okay, it did all the satin. Now it did the placement stitch for his head. We're going to cover it with our felt and tack it down. Okay, it's tacked it down. Now I'm going to trim it. Okay, now I've trimmed it. We're going to do the satin stitch. Okay, it did the white satin. It stitched his eyes, and now we're going to do his beak. So I'm going to cover that with my yellow and tack it down. Okay, it tacked it down. Now I'm going to trim it. Okay, I've trimmed it. Now I'm going to do the satin stitch. Okay, it did all the satin, then it did the placement for his feet. I'm going to cover it with some yellow because I don't have goldy color, and tack it down. Okay, I tacked it down. Now I'm going to trim it, then do the satin stitch. Okay, it's finished everything on the front. We are going to turn it over, and we are going to cover the back with our felt, or our material, I should say. That way? Nope, that way. Tape it in place, and then put it back on the machine for the final tack down, okay? Okay, now it's finished it all. I'm going to take it out of the hoop and trim it. Okay, there you have it, all trimmed. Slide it on your paper towel or your napkin holder. There it is, final felt napkins. Thank you.